Lake Nona is Orlando's neighborhood I get asked more and more about than any other, and for good reason. It's been called one of the most innovative, planned communities in the entire United States. It's been covered by national media, and it's attracted a very specific type of resident who is deliberate about where they live. But is it the right fit for you and your family? Today I'm giving you the complete, honest Lake Nona living guide, the history, the neighborhoods within the neighborhood, the lifestyle, the schools, the job market, the commute realities, and the price points, and my honest take on who should and who shouldn't choose Lake Nona as their home. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Gianni, Orlando Relocation Specialist, and today we're doing a video that's been in my most requested list since I started this channel, a full deep dive on Lake Nona. Now, I want to be completely upfront. I currently live in a community within Lake Nona. Lake Nona is a community I know extremely well. I've helped many families buy here. I've helped many families sell here. I spend time here regularly. I have a strong opinion about it, both positive and some genuine, honest cautions. My goal with this video is to give you the fullest, most accurate picture of what it's actually like to live in Lake Nona, not the developer's marketing version and not the cynical contrarian version, the real thing. By the end of this video, you'll know whether Lake Nona makes sense for you and your family, which specific neighborhood within Lake Nona fits your lifestyle and budget, and what to watch out for as a buyer. So let's get into it. Lake Nona is a 17 square mile master plan community on the southeast side of Orlando, developed primarily by Tavistock Development Company in the early 2000s. The vision from the beginning was ambition. Build a community from scratch that would attract world-class healthcare and life science institutions, integrate technology infrastructure, and create a genuine, walkable community at the scale that typically suburban developments never achieve. The anchor institution was the UCF College of Medicine, which opened in 2009. It was followed by Nemours Children's Hospital, the Orlando VA Medical Center, and the University of Central Florida Health and Science Campus, and a growing cluster of biotech companies, health technology startups, and research facilities. Medical City, which is what the healthcare cluster is collectively called, is now one of the most significant healthcare corridors in the Southeast United States. But here's what's truly important for buyers to understand. Lake Nona is not just a healthcare neighborhood, the tech infrastructure, gigabyte internet available throughout the community, smart city features, electrical vehicle charging infrastructure, connected community systems has made it attractive to technology companies, remote workers, and forward-thinking professionals who aren't even in the healthcare industry at all. The population in Lake Nona has grown from essentially nothing to over 45,000 residents in roughly 15 years. That growth rate is extraordinary, and it means the community is still actively evolving. That's both a positive and something to be aware of as a buyer. Now, Lake Nona is not just one uniform neighborhood. It's a collection of distinct communities within the larger master plan, each with its own character, price point, and feel. Understanding this is critical before you start looking at any homes. Laureate Park is the most architecturally distinct neighborhood in Lake Nona and arguably in all of Central Florida. It was designed by a team that prioritized not just curb appeal, but genuine urban design. Varied facades, alleys, front-facing garages minimizing in favor of pedestrian street caps, community gardens, dog parks. It has a resort-style pool, a fitness center, and a kayak launch. Broadband was built in the infrastructure from the beginning. Homes here range from the upper 400s for attached products to well over $1 million for custom homes. This is a neighborhood that gets the most national press, and in person, it delivers. The Isles of Lake Nona is a gated community within the broader Nona area featuring a mix of townhouses and single-family homes. It's been popular with buyers who want the Lake Nona address at a more accessible price point with a strong community amenities and security. Nona Cove, Meridian Park, and other newer developments continue to expand the Lake Nona footprint. As the community grows, these outlying areas are coming online with their own amenities and character. One important distinction for buyers, not everything marked as Lake Nona area is actually within Lake Nona's master plan community. Some communities nearby use proximity to Lake Nona as a selling point without the full infrastructure investment. Always verify whether a specific community is within Tavistock's master plan if the Lake Nona features are part of your decision. Now, let me tell you exactly what daily life looks like in Lake Nona, because this is one of the parts that matter most once you move in. The trail system is legitimately world-class for a suburban community. Over 44 miles of bike paths and trails connecting neighborhoods, parks, schools, and amenities. If you're a runner, a cyclist, or someone who wants to go outside without getting in a car, Lake Nona rewards that better than almost any other community I've worked in. The town center has matured significantly in the last few years. Canvas, a restaurant and gathering place, has become a community anchor. There are coffee shops, boutique fitness studios, restaurants, and retail space that continue to grow. It's not fully built out yet. There are still parcels under development, but the critical mass in there is improving year over year. Now, groceries and everyday convenience. A Publix opening within the community, which was a significant quality of life milestone for residents. There's also a Walmart nearby, and the broader Lake Nona corridors has seen strong commercial development. Restaurants. The dining scene in Lake Nona is still developing relative to the population it serves. The town center options are good and growing, but if you want the full Orlando dining experience, Winter Park, Dr. Phillips, Restaurant Row, the Mills 50 area, you're driving about 25 to 35 minutes. For most residents, that becomes a weekend experience rather than a daily one. The community culture is genuinely one of the things I notice most about Lake Nona. The residents tend to be highly educated, mission-driven, healthcare workers, tech employees, researchers. There's a volunteerism culture, a focus on wellness, and a sense of purpose that's palpable in a way you don't feel in every community. Families here tend to engage. The school pickup culture is active. The weekend trail usage is high. It's a community that participates in itself. Now, schools, excellent. Laureate Park Elementary is consistently rated one of the highest elementary schools in all of Orange County. Lake Nona High School has a strong academic and growing reputation. The middle school options in the zone are solid. For families relocating for school-age children, the school picture in Lake Nona is genuinely one of the strongest in all of Orange County. Commute reality. Lake Nona's position on the southeast side of Orlando makes it very well positioned for certain destinations and less ideal for others. If you work in Medical City, you might literally be able to walk or bike. If you work at the airport, it's going to be roughly 15 to 20 minutes. Downtown, 25 to 35 minutes, depending on the traffic on the 417. The theme park corridor, you're looking at more to 35 to 45 minutes. If you work on the west side of Orlando or in Horizon West, this is a challenging commute. I always map this specifically for relocation clients before we commit to Lake Nona. Airport access. Orlando International Airport is roughly 15 minutes away from most parts of Lake Nona. For frequent travelers, this is significant for your lifestyle. Price appreciation. Lake Nona has been one of the strongest appreciating submarkets in the metro over the last decade. The continued investment in the infrastructure, the ongoing commercial development, and the demographic of high-earning professionals in the community all support long-term demand. I think the long-term value case for well-selected Lake Nona properties is extremely strong. Now, the main caution I give buyers, the community is still growing. If you're buying at the edge of the current development, you may have construction activity nearby for several more years. This isn't unique to Lake Nona. It's the reality of buying into an active master plan, but buyers should understand this before going in. Now, let me close with the most honest part of this video. Who Lake Nona is genuinely right for, and who should probably look somewhere else. Lake Nona is a strong fit for you if you work in healthcare, life sciences, tech, or defense anywhere in the Southeast Orlando corridor. You work remotely and want a walkable, infrastructure-rich community with high-speed internet. You have school-age children and want top Orange County public school options. You prioritize trail access, outdoor lifestyle, in a community with engagement. You want new construction or relatively new housing stock, and if you see yourself as someone who values being early to something, Lake Nona rewards long-term thinking. Lake Nona might not be the right fit for you if your job is on the west side of Orlando and a 40-plus minute drive commute each way is a deal breaker. You want the established charm and a walkability of a place like Winter Park. Lake Nona is getting there, but it's not there yet. You're looking for the cheapest entry point in Orlando's market. It's not Lake Nona. If you need a fully mature neighborhood with every commercial amenity already in place, some parts are still coming. I want to be clear, Lake Nona is genuinely impressive and I recommend it enthusiastically to the right buyer, but the right buyer has specific needs that it serves better than anywhere else in Orlando. The wrong buyer tries to make it work for a lifestyle it isn't optimized for, and it ends up frustrating them. If you want to talk through whether Lake Nona is right for you, your specific situation, your work, your family, your timeline, that's the exact conversation I love having. The link to book a free strategy call is in the description below. Subscribe for 2 new videos every single week and drop the biggest Lake Nona question in the comment below. I will answer every single one.